I'm convinced my 7-year-old daughter is mentally insane. The child psychologist asked if Mira had always been like this. I said no. 3 months ago, she was normal. Now she draws things that haven't happened yet, and they keep coming true. I'm a single father, 34 years old, divorced 2 years back when my ex-wife decided motherhood wasn't for her. She lives in California with her new boyfriend, sends birthday cards, never calls. Mira is 7, dark curly hair, blue eyes that seem too old for her face. After the divorce, we moved from Chicago to a small town in Maine. Fresh start, quiet neighborhood, good schools, big mistake. The drawings started in October. I found the first one tucked under her bed while looking for her missing shoe. A house on fire, stick figures running. Normal kid stuff except for one detail. The house number was visible. 247, our neighbor's address. I asked Mira about it. She shrugged. Said a lady told her to draw it. What lady? The sad lady who visits at night. She comes through the window. I assumed imaginary friend. Kids do that, especially lonely kids adjusting to new places. I threw the drawing away. 2 days later, 247 burned down. Electrical fire. The family got out safely, but lost everything. I remembered Mira's drawing. Told myself it was coincidence. A second drawing appeared a week later. This one showed a car flipped on its side, a tree, a person lying on the ground. The license plate was partially visible. I could make out 3 letters. KDR. My stomach dropped. My coworker Karen drove a sedan with those letters in her plate. I almost called her, almost warned her. But what would I say? My daughter drew your car accident? She'd think I was insane. Karen died on Friday. Head-on collision with a tree on Route 9. Pronounced dead at the scene. I found Mira's drawing again. Studied it. The details matched the police report exactly. Same tree, same position, same everything. I confronted Mira that night, sat her down at the kitchen table, asked her directly about the drawings. She looked at me with those 2 old eyes. The sad lady shows me things, Daddy. Things that are going to happen. She says I need to draw them so people will know. What people? You. She wants you to stop them, but I didn't stop them. I know. That's why she's getting angry. My blood went cold. What does she look like? The sad lady? Mira thought for a moment. She's pretty, but her face is wrong. Like someone stretched it too much, and she has no shadow. Even when the moon is bright, she has no shadow. I called my sister that night. She's a therapist in Boston, deals with childhood trauma. I explained everything. The drawings, the predictions, the imaginary friend with no shadow. She listened without interrupting. Then asked if I'd considered Mira might be processing trauma through magical thinking, making sense of random events by believing she predicted them. It's common in children of divorce. They feel powerless. Creating a narrative where they have special knowledge gives them control. It made sense. I wanted it to make sense. But deep down, I knew it wasn't that simple. The third drawing appeared 2 days later. I found it on the kitchen counter. A man hanging from a rope in what looked like a garage. The detail was disturbing. Mira had drawn his face carefully, tongue out, eyes bulging. Below the image, she'd written a name in her wobbly child handwriting. Mr. Reeves. I nearly threw up. Dennis Reeves lived 4 houses down. Friendly guy, always waved, had a daughter in Mira's class. I grabbed the drawing and drove to his house immediately. Knocked on the door. His wife answered. I asked if Dennis was home. She said he was in the garage, working on his car. I pushed past her, ran to the garage, found him under his Toyota, alive. Confused why I was there, panting. I made up some excuse about borrowing a wrench. Drove home shaking. Showed Mira the drawing. Asked when the sad lady gave it to her. This morning, before school. Did she say when it would happen? Mira nodded. Tonight, after his family goes to sleep. He's very sad inside. The lady says sad people make the easiest pictures. I called Dennis. Told him he needed to talk to someone. That I was worried about him. He laughed it off. Said he was fine. I insisted. He got angry. Told me to mind my own business. Hung up. I sat up all night, watching his house from my window. At 2 a.m., the garage light turned on. I called 911. Said I heard screaming from my neighbor's house. Gave them the address. They arrived 6 minutes later. Found Dennis in his garage with a rope. He'd kicked the chair away. They cut him down. Saved him. The police came to my house the next morning. Asked how I knew. I said I didn't. Just had a feeling. They didn't believe me. Spent an hour questioning me. Looking around my house. Finally left with suspicious looks. Dennis's wife called that afternoon, crying, thanking me, saying I saved her husband's life. I felt sick. I hadn't saved anyone. Mira had. Or the sad lady had. I didn't know which was worse. That night, Mira came to my room. She was crying. The sad lady is mad at me, Daddy. She says I'm not supposed to tell you the names. Just show you the pictures. You're supposed to figure it out yourself. I held my daughter while she sobbed. Asked what would happen if she didn't listen. That's when things took a turn I never expected. Full story is linked below or on my channel.